welcome to the Transformation Podcast, hosted by leading empowerment and transformation authority, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. The Transformation Podcast brings you life-changing and empowering content on personal development, leadership, relationships, health and well-being, and entrepreneurship, carefully designed to equip, empower, and inspire you to live a fulfilling, healthy, and purposeful life. And I am your host, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. 9 times international best-selling author, a transformational speaker, mindset and life coach, as well as mindset transformation coach, and a leading empowerment and transformation authority. Like I said before, it's a true pleasure and privilege to be with you today and host this incredible life-changing podcast, the Transformation Podcast. I'm also known as the Transformation Dog. And today we'll be looking at unlocking the seed of greatness within you. I'll be reading or talking from my most recent book. These are my 2 most recent books. The Ultimate Antidote for Grief is Against the Sunlight. The Supreme Law of Gratitude, The Ultimate Antidote for Grief. It was published January 2025, and this is my next book published in February 2025, Unlock Your Greatness in 7 Days, a transformational journey to unleash your authentic power, the power within. Do you believe there is power within? Gratitude is a lifestyle. With gratitude, it's been scientifically proven, and there are lots of people, including myself, who has testified of this truth, that they've been able to overcome grief, to live a more fulfilling and happier life, despite their losses, despite the loved ones, the incredible individuals they've lost in their lives, because they learned or they developed a habit which became a lifestyle of moving their focus from that which has been lost to that which still remains, to that which they still have to be grateful for. So I invite you today to join me and focus on the many blessings that enrich your lives daily. To join me and count your blessings. Name them one by one. Count those blessings, tremendous gifts and blessings that money could never be able to buy. Like your health and well-being, like the gift of life, being alive, the bread we breathe every single day, free of charge. Are you ready to step into this new habit and lifestyle of gratitude? It's my lifestyle. It's a daily habit. It has the power to enable you to overcome grief. It's the antidote, the unprescribed antidote that you are not given in the hospitals for grief. The ultimate light at the end of the tunnel, a dark tunnel. In turbulent times, when you go through the storms of life, gratitude is that beacon of hope that tells you the best is yet to come. That reminds you, even in the midst of those ashes, the ashes has the power to be transformed into beauty. Just like that caterpillar that's been transformed into a beautiful, lovely butterfly, so too you can transform the ashes of grief to that beauty of life. So join me today as we look at unlocking the seed of greatness in you. I'll move on to my second book. If you've not purchased this book, I'll highly recommend you can go on Amazon and get your copy of the books, or you can go on www.Likambi Global Publishing and you get your copies of the book as well. And that's actually the synopsis of both books. So today I'll focus on this. Let me read the dedication that's in a part. It says, unlock your greatness in 7 days, a transformational journey to unleash your authentic power. I hope I'm not against the light. Super. Let me read the dedication of this book, and it's dedicated to you. Alright, these are my diverse books that I have, for you to purchase. Dedication to those who dare to dream, to those who believe in the greatness within, to the seekers of purpose and the warriors of resilience. This book is for you. May you recognize the boundless potential within your soul and step boldly into the greatness that's your birthright. May your journey be one of self-discovery, empowerment, and transformation. For all those who have walked alongside me, who have inspired, supported, and encouraged me, this is much your journey as it is mine. Your unwavering belief in me has made this work and book possible, and I say thank you. With deepest gratitude and love, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. Are you yearning to know why you're on this planet? Are you yearning to know what you're called to do? Are you yearning to know your purpose and live it fully? Do you desire to live a fulfilling, purposeful, and glorious life? Are you yearning to live gloriously, majestically amidst the odds? Are you willing and ready to become more resilient so you are able to bounce back when you hit rock bottom, or you're pushed and pressed through the walls? Is there a tiny hope or desire within you, or some indication that tells you love is beyond this suffering? Love goes far beyond my endless sufferings and daily challenges. Are you ready to see beyond the physical barriers of your eyes? Are you ready to look far beyond than your physical eyes could ever see, than your generation has ever known, that your parents, great-grandparents have ever told you about? Are you willing and ready to look beyond, far out in the horizons? Are you a dreamer, willing and ready to dream of you becoming the things that no one has yet thought of or envisaged? Are you ready to dream the dreams that you never thought you'll be dreaming today? Do you yearn to live the only life, the true and one life you were called to live, wholeheartedly, unapologetically? Then this is your book. This is your roadmap. This is your blueprint. I encourage you to step out and get a copy of this book today. If you are watching me, you must have seen the title of this message. If you are listening to this podcast now, then something within you told you, truly there's greatness within me. Even though I might not have been able to experience this greatness before, I might have never seen it before, or no one has ever told me about it before. But the fact that I'm attracted and pulled to listen to this message, to even think of getting this book, then know there is greatness within you. The greatness within you and me was never meant to stay entrapped within us, was never meant to stay and remain within. It's crying out to be released, to be unleashed, to be liberated. It's not supposed to be a prisoner within you. It's meant for the world to see and benefit from it. Your light is meant to shine so people who are in darkness might see the light when they are around you and walk in that light and not stumble, while they are yet to find their own light. Your light is meant to be that hope. Your light is meant to be that destination or that indication of a future full of hope and prosperity for them. You can't put that light under the table. You can't hide it under your bed. The light is meant to be placed on the stand. So he who walks into your life, into that room where your light is shining, wherever you are, into that city where your light is shining, we see that light and walk in it and benefit from it and not stumble. Because you once lived and give permission for your light to shine brightly, not just to those you know, but because your purpose is to shine and illuminate the darkness. I call on you to arise as you watch me, as you listen to me, get a copy of this book and unlock the greatness that's trapped within you. It's time for you to open that door. Let your greatness step into the world and serve the world. Your greatness is meant to serve the world. It was placed there for a unique purpose, as a service to generations and generations to come. Imagine a seed that never, grew and became all that it was destined to become, producing those endless, beautiful fruits and nutritious fruits that it was destined to produce to serve humanity. What a waste that seed would be. It would remain a seed and die with the endless potential and fruits trapped within them to serve and nourish you and me. You don't want to die empty. Like we know, the cemeteries are the wealthiest places in the world. Like my mentor, Dr. Miles Monroe, will say. Full of great minds, great books that were never written, great ideas that never materialized into businesses, great visions that stayed trapped within your mind and never came to fruition. Incredible ideas that remain ideas forever, or ideals within your mind. What are you waiting? We don't want to go outward into the cemetery. We want to die empty. We want to use the gifts within us and serve the world. We want to sow and nurture our seeds so we may bear fruit and serve our generation and generations to come. So we don't add well to that cemetery, but we save wholly and fully and leave a lasting legacy behind, which has a ripple effect upon the lives of those who are touched by our work, by the words we spoke, by the words we wrote in those books. For some of you right now, that book has been trapped within you for so long. You've been pregnant for so long. I'm a mother of 3 children. I couldn't be pregnant and decide to hold, that pregnancy and never give birth to that child. Nature doesn't permit that to allow that to happen. Automatically there will be the moment of travail where I will have to, go through that pain and give birth to this incredible child within me. Some of you have been pregnant for 3 decades. Come on. It's abnormal to be pregnant for 3 decades. You have that book. It's impregnated, Your soul is been there for 3 decades. It's meant to serve others. This is your time. This is your moment. It's now and here for you to give birth. To give birth to that message. That powerful message of hope and restoration to those who are going through the challenges you once went through and conquered. To those who were meant to be led by you to overcome that trial and challenge because you went through and you were not defeated and killed, but you triumphed and came out great and mighty. Get this book now and let's look at it. I'm going to tell you how this book functions. I'm not going to read the entire book. Okay? It's divided into 7 days. The chapters are in the form of days. The first part, I tell you how to read this book. Like I said, you're not going to just buy this book, purchase this book, and read it from the beginning to the end, no matter how much time you have. To get the maximum benefit from this book, as it was destined or designed by me through the divine inspiration to bless you, you have to read this book over 7 days. Create the time over 7 days. You don't need more than an hour a day, I don't think so, to read this book. And take your time to reflect on the words, on the wisdom shared, the experiences and metaphors shared, and allow it to go deep into your soul and let it go and let it be relatable to your own experiences, to your own life, so you can draw powerful meanings and revelations from the words trapped within this book to serve you in the areas where you need them to serve you. So the 1 is chapter 1. I've got a preface that gives you the background why I wrote this book, how I came into writing this book. It was divinely inspired. I wrote this book over 7 days. Day 1 was written on the first day, day 2, day 3 on the 3rd day, day 4 on the 4th day. I never completed it at once. I sat right here where I'm sitting on a different chair. In the evening, every day was at night. I think it was after 8 p.m. with the lights off, and I was pouring out the revelation of this book as the Lord was speaking to me. I recorded it on day one as I sat here and had a vision and had the inspiration to write the books. I recorded it on that tape and I went. I didn't listen to it after day one. On day two, I came back and sat here again, lights off, closed my eyes and just poured out the message. I understood what has been going on in day one and I gave a brief recap and I just stepped into day two. The third day I did the same, and on the seventh day, initially I was hoping to do a book for 30 days, but it was so clear you don't need up to 30 days to unlock the greatness within you. In 7 days, it could be done. It is possible. It's been done. And I know those who've already purchased these books and are telling me about the benefits of this book and the other books, that I've released 2 books this year and my other books as well. And they're telling me of the tremendous benefits that's having in their lives. So you come and you read day one, so the contents, we have how to read the book, the preface, and then day one, identifying your seed of greatness. My law of identity on my book, Success Blueprint. It says, the law of identity states that if you don't know who you are or what you want in life, it is evident you settle for a mediocre life. Therefore, to live an all-fulfilling and exceptional life is paramount that you go back to the basics of self-identification. You've got to identify that seed of greatness within you. You've got to become aware that there is some seed of greatness within you, which is not yet made manifest, but throughout this journey, it will be made manifest. You will go through that journey of transformation where this seed of greatness will begin to sprout and be revealed to the world, so you can know what fruits you are destined to become, what fruits are trapped within that seed of greatness within you. Chapter 2, which is day 2, visualizing your greatness, breaking free from limitations. I take you through a process of visualizing your greatness. You know, in the seed form, we see the seed. I take you beyond the seed to visualize the end at the very beginning. Even when it's just a seed, I take you through a journey to be able to see the fruits while you are yet seed. I take you through the journey of breaking down barriers, limitations, societal norms, levels, and limitations, those self-limiting beliefs that you hold about yourself, so you can see beyond the physical barriers of your eyes. I take you beyond your physical barriers of your eyes. I take you into the realm of vision, the spiritual realm, which enables you to see beyond the physical, which enables you to see that which eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Because you are capable of becoming more than you could ever ask or think through the grace of your Creator God. All that which you are destined to become has already been entrapped within you. I want to give you indications how you could visualize, how you could come to the awareness, because there are some indications, some desires within you, some strengths, some gifts for you to be able to identify. We don't need to go out there searching. It is in the deep waters of your heart, your purpose, in that wisdom where you spend time in reflecting on your identity, on who you are, on your seed of greatness. You begin to decipher, you begin to comprehend what this is all about. You begin to decode every code within your DNA. So you can now begin to dream big. You can now begin to see far beyond your limitations, far beyond the level society has given you, far beyond the boxes. It's like I'm liberating you from those chains that have held you in captivity and in the prison of your past, or to the limitations of your parents, life, of your background, of your skin color, the narratives that you've always told yourself, or your parents have told you, or society has told you. I break those barriers. We break them in a beautiful way, in a very relaxed way, where you step away from this physical body and you delve into the spiritual realm, and you begin to see beyond the physical eyes, beyond the physical realm, and you begin to truly experience and live your calling, your greatness. And on day 3, unveiling your unique vision. Now that you step out of every limiting barriers and limitations, there is no limitation, there is no shadow, there is no veil covering your greatness. You can see clearly who you are called to be, what you are meant to become, visualizing the impact you are having, the legacy you're leaving, the lives you're touching and transforming, not because you expect them to come and say yes or thank you, but because you end up being super fulfilled. You have that aha moment that when you leave and go back to bed, you are like, yeah, I gave it my all today. I truly live fully, holding back nothing, withholding nothing from anyone, giving my all, my best, and my very unique and authentic self in its entirety. Past, present, future, brokenness, wholeness, everything in its beauty and splendor. And the next day, which is day 4, unlock the transformational power of your mind. As I give you the opportunity to visualize that greatness within you, I now take you into your mind. That is the garden where you're gonna sow this greatness. I give you deep understanding of your mind, because your mind is that gateway. Your mind is the gateway through which this greatness, that's yet a seed, that's yet spiritual, will be made manifest into a physical realm that can be tangible, that can be touched, experienced, and lived in the physical reality. And people will see that power and greatness and cannot deny it. People will touch and experience the benefit of that power and greatness that you are manifesting in your everyday life and cannot deny the glory upon your life, and give glory to your Creator, whose master work, whose masterpiece is being revealed to them in every dimension and ramification. Because we need to understand our mind is a fertile ground. In some cases, though, it's our best friend. When it becomes our fertile ground, it can become our worst enemy. It's the greatest barrier to our greatness as well. It is where the decision is made. We've heard of the battlefield in the mind. I take you to comprehend the battlefield in the mind. That's where the fighting goes on. That's where there is chaos. That's where there is unrest. You see, because peace is not an external, tangible, physical concept. It's a spiritual concept. The battle is in your mind. That's where the greatness will sprout and be revealed to the world, or that's where the greatness will be choked and die a natural death and never make it to daylight. It's like imagining that seed. You take it and put it under the ground. The breakthrough point is the ground where you have that seed. Things are going on within the ground, yet we don't see them. We cannot tell a seed has been sown on that spot, except the one who sowed them. If the one who even sowed them did not put anything to mark the spot where they sowed the seed, and they go and come back, they cannot tell exactly the position where they sowed or planted that seed in their garden. The battle is going on. Is it going to be well nourished within the soil, or is it going to be choked or actually inhibited by some rocks within the soil? Did it drop on a fertile ground or on a nourishing ground? That's where the decision will be made before it ever sprouts. That's where the decision will be made. Is that soil a hardened, cemented environment, or is it fertile ground through which this seed can push, germinate, break through, and reveal its shoots, its stem, branches, leaves, and fruits to the world? Or has it been supported? Has it been cemented? Is your mind a rock, or your mind is a sponge? Is your mind a fertile, nourishing ground, or your mind is a barren, hardened? Is your mind a growth mind, ready to receive everything that is sown and nurtured into it, to give birth to every life, words spoken over it? Or your mind is a corrupt, barren, stagnant mind, not willing to grow or nurture and nourish anything that is planted within it, because you are so stuck to the old narratives. You are so stuck to the past and don't want to grow past this past, and hence you hold the seed of greatness trapped and killed within you, never to see the world. I believe your mind is a fertile one. I believe your mind is a nourishing ground. I believe your mind is a growth mind. You have a growth mindset, and you are ready to nurture and nourish this seed and allow it to break through that ground, to break through that mind and be revealed in the world. We don't have to conform to the patterns of this world. We have to be transformed through the renewal of our minds, becoming aware of God's ultimate purpose, will, and plan for our lives, which is that greatness that's waiting to be made manifest to the world. His perfect will and purpose for your life and my life. Are you ready? So I take you through deep understanding of the mind, how it works. A mind that is governed by the Spirit, by the greatness within you that no one can seize, bring life to this body. In other words, it grows and sprouts, and the shoot comes from that seed into the world out there, and we can see it grow into that beautiful tree, producing that beautiful, wonderful fruits. And we go to day 5, affirming your greatness, awakening the power within. While we sow and nurture, we don't see. The seeds don't grow overnight and produce fruits. So once you've seen this greatness, you are aware. Your mind is fertile, is ready. Before a farmer goes and sows the seed, they prepare the ground based on the type of seed they want to sow. The preparation is different. I've seen when I grew up in Cameroon, when they are doing ridges to plant, corn, they do them in a certain way. It's different for different plants, tubers and all that. You've got to cultivate your mind. You've got to cultivate your mind. When I take you through this journey of unlocking the transformational power of your mind, you cultivate your mind and take off every pest, every negativity that will choke the seed of greatness you sow in that mind. It's your opportunity, because we cannot thrive in negativity. Negativity is like the rocks that will choke, or the wheat that will choke your seed of greatness and don't allow them to grow and thrive and see the light of the day that will also nourish them. The light is also important for the leaves, chlorophyll to be produced and all of that. And we need that as we breathe in, oxygen. Humans don't produce oxygen. We take it when the plants have produced that through the natural sunlight that comes, and all of this process, this chemical reaction goes on within. It is a perfect, ecosystem, a master design that will nourish one another. We don't destroy the very nature that's meant to sustain us. And we too, as we breathe out carbon dioxide, we release it to these plants so they may use it again, and the ecosystem goes on. It's a sustainable ecosystem. Just like when my heart is beating, it's a continuous process, taking oxygenated blood to feed all my cells, nourishing them with nutrients, and releasing all the toxins, carbon dioxide, and the deoxygenated blood, taking it out of my system to go through the process again, filtered again, and all through. What an incredible master design. We don't need to interrupt this process. We begin to have pathological situations and conditions when there is an interruption, when there is a blockade. The energy doesn't flow. We begin to feel the pain, and we begin to strain and feel the burden of our work. The Lord's yoke is light. His purpose for our lives is light. Because He's made it in a very effortless manner, created systems that go even when we are not aware. The autonomous nervous system. We are not aware when we are breathing, we are sleeping. We are not aware when our blood is pumping and giving oxygen to every part of our lives. We only become aware when there is a problem, when there is a blockage, or that system stops functioning in its natural physiological states. Then it becomes a pathological condition. We are unwell. And we need it to be restored and restituted to the original state that it was created to function at. So we move to the next. Like I said, we need to affirm our greatness. Call out those things that are not as if they were, and they become a reality. This is a time for you to affirm. Don't look at who you are right now. Let the rich, let the poor say, I am rich. If you think you are weak, let the weak say, I am strong. Let the sick say, I am healed. Let the oppressed say, I am free and liberated. Let the depressed say, I am whole and passionate and alive. I am living. Let the dead say, I am alive. Every dead thing in your life, let it be resurrected by affirming and calling the greatness out and begin to speak life. And scientific evidence shows that. I'm not just talking about some spiritual concept, because our God is a God of order. He doesn't create confusion. As much as He makes it in the spiritual realm, He gives us the knowledge and wisdom to research. Look at it, it says research. In other words, we're going to search that which is already in nature. We are not creating anything new. We are researching what is already placed out there, so we may understand and decipher it to humans the way they can better understand as they listen to it, as they read it in the physical, as they touch it, as they experience it. So it's time to call out all of those things that are not as if they were. So science have shown that when we affirm, when we call things that are not, we begin to create new neuronal pathways. Our mind is neuroplastic. If you stretch your mind, a growth mindset, it stretches and it goes with you. So you are like, oh, come on, let's walk and step into my greatness. I'm the best gynecologist in the world. Your mind is going to stretch and follow you and create a pathway that leads you to the world of the best gynecologist. And it begins to release neuronal chemicals, hormones, endorphins to make you feel great, and different cortisols and hormones, that will take you to that path. And now all you need to do is take the action, step into that new pathway, that new route that has been built, that never existed before, to bypass the current reality of your life and take you to that new destination that you've affirmed. There is power in affirmation. I go through that with you so you understand and speak. Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing, by the word of your Creator, by the purpose, His destiny, His purpose that's designed for your life. Many are the plans in my heart, in your heart, but it's God's purpose that will prevail. Many are the plans in my heart, but it's the manufacturer's purpose for this phone that will prevail. It's not how I feel. It's not the incredible thoughts that I think. I might create my own new, invention, but the manufacturer of this phone has already designed this phone and equipped it with the final purpose that it has to fulfill. I can't add anything. I can only make maximum use of this phone to fulfill its purpose, or I use it below its potential because I'm ignorant of the greatness or the qualities stuck or trapped within this phone, or all that which this phone is capable of doing. In other words, why people perish for lack of knowledge. We perish, we live an average life, a mediocre life, because we lack knowledge of the greatness within us, of the power trapped within us, of the seed of greatness stored within us. And day 5, like I said, affirming your greatness, awakening the power within. We now step into day 6, anchored in purpose, standing firm in your conviction. There is something that vision does. Vision generates a powerful conviction, a belief. When you see it so clearly, you begin to believe that you can have it. Seeing is believing, we know. What you see this time, not with your physical eyes, but with the eyes of your mind, of your eyes, of your heart, your spiritual eyes, then it builds a powerful, unshakable conviction. In other words, it keeps you grounded and rooted, like that seed now takes root. It cannot just be blown away by every wind, because it is rooted and grounded in its conviction that though I might not be that fruit yet, I am in that process. I'm going through that journey and doing everything, taking every step that will release my greatness, that will allow me to be transformed from a seed to a fruit and serve the world in my full potential and purpose. So this chapter or this day takes you with some incredible metaphors. I'm gifted with metaphors. I'm gifted with simplification, and I believe that's why I use metaphors, because as I'm speaking to you, a metaphor can just come to my mind to simplify what I'm saying, so you see with your physical eyes, you imagine it using your own imagination. So I'm not just giving you, solutions, but I'm allowing you to use your own imagination, to experience it, to live it within you, and it becomes your own, vision, your own experience, and it becomes so authentic and genuine to you. That's not got to do with what I see, but it's got to do with the experience you are experiencing and living in the fullness. And then it begins to transform your mind. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. It's just the empowering, edifying words, and never the negative and disempowering words. So it anchors you, it keeps you grounded, even when the storms are coming. even when you are shaking, but because you remain rooted, you cannot be uprooted. You cannot be thrown in any direction. You remain rooted in your vision, in your purpose, in your calling, amidst the odds. And then on day 7, which is the final day, it's beautiful. I give you a beautiful metaphor. Unlocking the gateway to your greatness. Unlocking the doorway to your greatness. I take you through a journey where you envisage yourself in a closed door in your home. I give you different compartments of your home, one to represent the spirit, another your mind, and the other your body. And that door is there. You have the key to that door. You have the key to unlock this door so you can step out into your world. It's like right now I'm in this home. People out there are not aware of the gifts within me that I can serve them. I might be here with all the incredible gifts. If I do this video, I don't share it out there, it remains trapped here. The lives that are destined to be transformed through the words spoken in this video will never be transformed because I keep this video. I choose to keep this video in my home, in my laptop, trapped here. So people have to benefit from me because I'm locked in my door. And because I own my home, I don't go out like a thief. I open the door. So it tells you this is the key. You now know your greatness. You now are experiencing your greatness. You need to take that bold action. The world is waiting for your greatness. The world is waiting to watch you majestically step in your awe, in your splendor, in your majesty, and give glory to your God. The world is waiting to see your light shine so brightly that people are even putting a veil because you are so bright that they can't see clearly because your light is blinding them. Like Moses when he walked into the burning bush where God was present, the light was blinding him. It was so bright. It's like looking up to the sun. We cannot look at the glory of the sun for so long. It blinds us. Our eyes begin to be painful and we take our eyes off. It is not the smallness or the pettiness in you that you fear the most. It's the greatness that frightens you the most. You can understand the splendor of your greatness, just like you can look at that sunlight, its majesty, its power, its light for too long. The world is waiting for you. You're afraid to look at your greatness. You're afraid to acknowledge that's who you are. That's your birthright. That's who you've always been. It's just like the bird has always been designed to fly. When a bird starts flying, we don't go and give it certificates and share it. It's natural. Natural. Gifts and domain. It is just living. It's in its full power, in its authentic power. So you're trapped in now this greatness. I tell you, the key is in you, in your hands. This is your moment. Are you going to open that door? Are you going to step out of that door? The decision is yours. The decision is yours to open that door and walk boldly, confidently and majestically, knowing who you are, knowing you are rooted, knowing where you are going to, knowing you cannot be lost because the path is clear, knowing you are not walking into any comparison with anyone because you're a masterpiece, you're one of a kind, you're an original. There is none like you in this planet. And that's your greatness. Your greatness is not some grandiose stuff outside of you. It's who you've always been. But yet, it's been within you, not yet revealed to yourself or to the world. And this is your moment. Step out. I invite you to get this book. It's powerful. Powerful. I wrote these books, yes, with my eyes closed. They 1 to 7 because I delved deep into the spiritual realm and the Lord was just giving me the words to speak. It was recorded. They now gave it to my team to transcribe it. And I kept it for so long. And the Lord told me this book had to go out now. So I had to go through the transcript. Of course, when I'm talking, it's a bit different. I might place emphasis on some things. I might repeat it. And then I will use the word as you are listening. But because now it's a book, I will say as you are reading these chapters of this book. So I had to make the necessary changes and bring it to you. And I put a deadline. It was the 28th of February. And here it is. My next book is coming up. And between 2 books, I'm not sure which to release first. I might ask for your opinion, but I'm sorry, I think I'm not led by people's opinion, especially when it's got to do with my calling. I know the Lord will lead me on which to release first, so I will not even ask for the opinions. I might just share it out there and make you understand that these books are coming out. One will come first. Most probably it's Unlock the Transformational Power of Your Mind, because it goes hand in hand with this incredible book, and the Law of Gratitude as well, the Supreme Law of Gratitude. Or the other is the Power of Perception. It will also help, because your perception will create your reality. Your perception about your greatness will actually determine whether you become truly the person you were born to be, or you settle in mediocrity because of your skewed perception, because of the narrow window through which you see yourself, and hence the world. You've been listening to the wonderful, inspirational Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. Yes, the one and only Dr. Sylvia Likambi. Thriving in my greatness, thriving in my most authentic calling. This is who I was born to become. Everything I've studied, my medical background, was relevant for this very purpose. It was a training ground for me to give you the best of me, the very best of best, and nothing short of my best, which I'm pouring out in you through this podcast, through my books. My goal is to reach out to 10 million lives this year and impact and transform them. I need you to partner with me. As you listen to this video, please share and bless someone. I know anyone who listens to this video will be blessed. Why not everything I say, every word I say in this video may be relevant to you? There will be something that resonates, that will spark the curiosity in you, that will spark the life in you, that will give birth to the seed of greatness in you, that will nurture and nourish that seed of greatness in you. For some of you, it's a seed I'm sowing in your life that will give birth to its kind. Because the fruit, remember, is determined by what we sow. And because these words I'm sowing as seeds, seed of greatness, for you, it's about just taking this seed and nurturing and nourishing it. Let it sprout effortlessly to become all the fruits that are enshrined within my words, destined to transform your life, so you may live a purposeful, fulfilling, and glorious life, giving all glory to your Creator, like I am doing. I take no glory for the wisdom that has blessed me infinitely with the courage to step boldly, because I said if you don't step out, you don't take action, nothing happens. If I were to keep that seed in my living room, we'll never see the fruits that are bound to stem forth from that seed. Come on, step out now. Get your book, Unlock Your Greatness in 7 days, to be read in 7 days. Next time a transformation podcast, we'll go through the book and tell you again how to read it, how to savor the pages of this book, how to experience them, because it's a true experience. You're going to go through an incredible journey. You'll be on a cruise to your life journey, to your life purpose. It's a cruise of self-discovery with me, self-mastery with me. It's a beautiful cruise as you get to unveil your authentic power and nature. You begin to be in awe of the beauty of our Lord, which is reflected in you. You've been listening to the wonderful Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. Get a copy of my books now, Unlock Your Greatness in 7 days, and the Supreme Law of Gratitude. It will richly bless you. Please share this video and bless someone. I love you and sending you lots of love. And I am still having a lot of places to take on board for this year. I'm mentoring some people late at night, because some are actually from abroad, not in the UK. We are doing a lot of Zoom calls, so please do get in touch before these slots are actually taken away. I've given more slots this year than I would normally do, simply because I want to reach out and impact more lives. If you want me to be your mentor, your coach, your partner in your greatness, in your journey to greatness, in your journey to fulfilling your authentic calling and life purpose, I'm here to serve you. You join me. Contact me at www.drsylvialikambi.com www.drsylvialikambi.com. You can call me on WhatsApp on +44 7539216072. I repeat, +44, that could be 0044 in other countries, 7539216072. If you're in the UK, it's 07539216072. Join us this Saturday for our International Women's Day Symposium on the 12th, the 15th of March 2025 at the Transformation Center at 116 Lineker Road in Bootle. A powerful day for you to unlock your greatness. I'll be taking you through part of this journey so that you can unlock the power within, taking bold steps